The day is October 19th, 2011. The time is 12:21 p.m. This phone report is in regards to the sexual harassment complaints against Chief of Staff Juanito Burns Jr. of Taos, Nuevo Mexico. On the line is, how are you doing today?
Good.
Good. Like we've been discussing earlier, this phone report is in fact in regards to sexual harassment complaints that have been being received in regards to Juanito Burns. This interview, in fact, this particular interview is going to be the one that is questioning most about the actual sexual harassment itself, because your affiliation with the Brown Beret National Organization hasn't been too long. You haven't been a soldado too long, so I can't really ask you too much about the chain of command or protocol or other people within the movement. But it is to my understanding from outside sources that Juanito has been rather sexually charged towards you. I mean, it's made other soldadas and other people within the movimiento feel uncomfortable. Do you feel this way?
Sometimes.
Okay. Now you say sometimes. Would you mind telling me how long you've known Juanito for?
Not good, I guess. Ever since I went to the march, I think like a month after, he requested me and then about it.
You're talking about the Chicano moratorium?
No, the one in Sun Valley.
Okay, the one in Sun Valley. So that's the Marcha del Sol, if I'm not mistaken. That was on May 15th, 2011.
Yeah.
Would you say...
A month or two after he requested me.
Okay, so for the records, I'm going to say mid-June.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been in contact with Juanito Burns since mid-June. Okay. Tell me about your relationship with Juanito Burns from June up until now.
Well, I didn't know him. He would just comment like on my pictures on Facebook. And then that day of the Chicano moratorium, introduced me to him. And then that's when he was like, oh, can I talk to you? And then all that. But that was the first time I met him, like officially.
Okay. Now you said he would comment on your pictures and between the time of the Chicano moratorium, which was in August, and when he first added you on Facebook. Well, did he add you or did you add him on Facebook?
No, he requested me.
Okay, so he requested you in mid-June. And when you say that he would comment on your pictures, what kind of comments would you receive on your pictures?
Oh, just like, oh, you're beautiful, you look good, whatever.
Okay, that's the most that you would get, right? That you're beautiful, you look good. Okay. How often do you post pictures?
Not that often.
So it wasn't a thing that he would be like, be the first one to comment as soon as you would post it, right?
No.
He would just look through your pictures and drop comments?
Yeah.
Did you feel that he was looking through a lot of your pictures, or he would just randomly look through pictures?
I think like everybody else, like they just go through all your pictures and they comment like on a few.
And he was doing the same.
Yeah.
Now let's move forward to the Chicano moratorium. During the Chicano moratorium, after when I introduced you, how did he receive you?
Well, I think he just said like hello, he shook my hand, and then after he's like, oh, can I go talk to you? And then he took me to the back, and then he was just like saying how pretty you look, kind of thing. And then right there was when I kind of felt weird, because I was like, well, why are we going to the back, you know? And then he's like, oh, why can't I show you something? But then I felt comfortable when the Scorpiones came with him. So we were just walking back there, and then finally he was like, I need to show you something. And then he was just going through his phone, and then finally that's when he like saw me in. But yeah, he just kept saying like jokes and stuff like that. So you know, like perv jokes.
Perv jokes?
Perverted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
you wanna expand on what exactly perverted jokes are, or one of the perverted jokes that he would say?
I honestly don't remember.
But they were sexually charged jokes, perverted jokes, right?
Yeah.
And keep on going. Sorry, I cut you off.
And then on the way back is when he was just like, oh, he's like, I'm sorry if, you know, I'm offending you or anything like that, because I was looking at him kind of weird. And then I was like, oh, okay, you know, like, I'm like, I don't know, maybe you were like that before. And then he's like, yeah, I used to be like a little player or whatever, so I'm used to talking to girls like that. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. And then he would just say, you know, like the cheesy pickup line. Like, yeah, this is what I would say. Because he's like, I don't know, something about a chicken wing, like to grab onto his arm. And then I was like, oh, I didn't. So I was like, whatever. He's like, yeah, these are like pickup lines I used to do when it makes the ladies laugh and stuff like that.
He asked you to grab onto his arm?
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
So like in a pickup line version, I guess.
Okay. Now, you do remember during your orientation when myself and gave you the orientation as according to the Brown Book. We thoroughly went through the Brown Book so you could become familiar with all the rules and regulations and histories of the Brown Berets. And we also swore you in. From your understanding of the Brown Book that myself and district commander of the San Fernando Valley gave you. Do you recognize do you think the way that Juanito Burns swore you in at the Chicano moratorium was according to regulations?
I really don't know, because I thought it was just like not honest, but like, childish behavior. Like, I guess innocent, pretty much. So I just thought that's how he was, and that's why I had asked how was he. Yeah, I didn't think it was like.
I'm asking about when he swore you in, because he did swear you in at the Chicano moratorium, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason why he took you to the back?
Yeah.
Now, when a person gets sworn into the Brown Beret National Organization, it's a very serious, you take an oath, you take a very serious oath, and you're supposed to go through orientation. The way myself and the way that we swore you in, do you think that was the correct way to do it as opposed to the way Juanito did it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, why?
It's more appropriate, and you at least know like what you're gonna be doing, and explain like at first what you're gonna do, and then they ask like for the commitment instead of just like saying, hey, let's go take a walk, and you don't even know like what's gonna happen, kind of thing.
Yeah. So Juanito, he just read it off of his phone. It wasn't anything. It wasn't anything like when you actually got sworn in.
No.
And tell me about. I'm gonna ask you again. You said he was making sexual remarks at the Chicano moratorium when he took you to the back. And it is also to my understanding that you weren't too clear. You weren't too clear about what happened as far as you coming into the organization. And I remember I had approached you as well, and I had asked you, when are you gonna enlist? When are you gonna enlist for service? And you had told me, well, I just joined. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was your feelings about the way that you got sworn in? Like, after, did you feel like you were actually part of the organization because of the way Juanito swore you in?
No, I was still confused because I wasn't sure if I was or not. That's why I had asked. I'm like, is that how you guys get sworn in? Or like, oh, that's why I was pretty much confused if I was in or not.
No, I understand, and I apologize for that. That's why myself and really took you in the right way, which is going through orientation and letting you attend the 3 functions as stated as in the Brown Book and as according to protocol. It's clear that Juanito did not follow protocol when swearing in, which is one of the biggest violations, because it's really an honor to become a Brown Beret. Now, after you got sworn in on the day of the Chicano moratorium, you and left after the Chicano the moratorium, right?
Yeah.
From the time that you got sworn in until the time that you left, how was Juanito treating you?
Well, I didn't really see him no more after that.
So he kind of left you alone for that whole day.
Yeah.
After the Chicano moratorium, did you keep in contact with Juanito over Facebook or telephone calls, text messages, etc.?
Well, that's when I started noticing that it got weird, because he messaged me, and then he put like, I forgot, like kind of like, hey sweetie kind of thing. I'm not sure what word he used, but like that kind of talk. He's like, oh, how do you like Brown Berets kind of thing? And I was like, oh, it's good. And then after I was like, oh, don't call me that. And then he's like, oh, okay, my bad. And then that's when he started commenting, because I put the Chicano moratorium pictures. So that's when he started commenting more. And then that's after when I got another message saying like, I forgot some other word. And then from there, I just didn't respond back anymore. And that's when I told like, is he like this all the time, or like, and then that's when she started telling me that he used to be the same way with her, so she got her man, and then he stopped. So she's like, if you want, you should just talk to him or something, instead of, like bringing it up higher, like making a big deal, just deal with it on your own. I was like, okay, so then yeah, like I just stopped talking to him. Well, I never responded back, and then, I mean, he hasn't wrote back anything at all, so
yeah,
like he hasn't bugged me anymore, I guess.
Yeah. Would you say that he was talking to you, or he would try to talk to you more after the Chicano moratorium when he actually met you than before?
Yeah.
Okay. And the way that he was talking to you, would you say that it was more, you say that he would call you sweetie and...
Well, not sweetie, but like those kind of words.
Yeah, he would try to be sweet talking you, right?
Yeah.
I guess you could say cariñoso?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, te estaba, era cariñoso el vato. He was real...
So I know there's a lot of people out there that are like that. So that's why I didn't really think it was a big deal until that's when he told me that he's like that. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I guess I'll time to stop,
Now, I know that when I talk to you, or when I talk to any of the soldadas, I say mija.
Yeah, I use that word too. It's like that's not a offense.
Okay. Yeah. Would you say that he was using that like words like that, like mija? You know, I don't know, something a little more toned down, or would he be using something like amorcito or aquí huele mi novia, mi novita?
No, not like that. I think kind of in between both of those.
Okay.
It's kind of like where you don't know if it's innocent, but then it could be, but then it cannot, kind of thing.
So you were kind of questioning it.
Yeah.
Now, during this point, you said that you stopped talking to him after a while, right?
Yeah, well, I haven't talked to him ever since that comment.
What made you actually step up and say to cut it out?
Because, well, at first, because I thought it was just, like, innocent, you know, I was like, oh, he's like that. Because a lot of people that I know are like that, but they're still, like, you know, they don't mean it like that, I guess. So that's why I didn't think it was a big deal, but after the Chicano moratorium, that's when asked me, it's like, hey, is he talking to you, like, into you? And that's when she told me that he started asking about me and all that. So that's when I kind of started looking like, oh, maybe it's not innocent, you know?
Yeah.
So that's when I decided that one.
You felt uncomfortable. Do you have any relationship with his wife, Irene Burns?
No.
You don't speak with her at all?
No, I don't know who she is.
Okay. And how do you think that you being a new recruit and you're learning right now, I mean, you're still learning the ropes. You just got your beret, you know, and hopefully we could get you in uniform within the next 2 weeks. You're still learning the ropes and you're still learning the fundamentals to Chicanismo, and working with who is the district commander and myself, who although I am in the communications department, I am a foot soldier in the San Fernando Valley. Those are the two only males apart from Angel Zarate, who's right now he's focusing in school, which is the reason why he's not as active as we are. But do you see a difference between how someone in a position of power like myself and speak with you when comparing the way that Juanito speaks with you?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the difference?
He's just a little more, like, I guess, friendlier.
Mm-hmm.
I guess instead of trying to be professional.
That leads me to my next question. Would you say the way he speaks to you, because obviously if he speaks to you like that, he's speaking to other Chicanas like that. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you think the way he's speaking to Chicanas, do you think that is an appropriate way of speaking coming from the second in command of the Brown Beret National Organization, the chief of staff?
Not really. I don't think that's professional.
Why?
Because, I mean, if you want to do it off work, not work, I guess, but off, like, where the organization and the girls are okay with it, I guess. But as long as he throws it out there that he's just joking and all that kind of stuff, I don't know.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of girls get offended easily, and they take it the wrong way. So that's why I don't think you should do that, because you never know how someone could take it, you know?
Yeah. Apart from that, you know, if you felt uncomfortable, do you think other females have felt uncomfortable by the way he talks?
Probably.
And, you know, you being a new recruit and learning the ropes, do you think that the way he's speaking with Chicanas could negatively affect recruitment within the Brown Beret National Organization?
I think it can, because a lot of girls will be like, well, what kind of place is this, you know? So I don't know. I guess, yeah, like, obviously, if girls like that, I guess they wouldn't care, but if they don't like that, then they'll be like, well, I don't want to be in something like this.
Yeah, as you could tell, the Brown Berets, we're the cream of the crop. You know, we're the best that Aslan has to offer. You know, which is one of the reasons why you've earned your beret. You know, because we see something in you as all the other soldados that we don't see within a regular Chicano. You know, which is that ambition and the soul, the corazón, wanting to stand up. And like you said, hay unas muchachas que no les importa, you know, que, you know, there's some females that they might not care, you know, but the soldadas, the Chicanas that we pick for the Brown Berets are definitely the cream of the crop. Mm-hmm. And it's almost, you know, it's almost expected for them to turn down this behavior, you know, to be offended by this behavior, because it's not regular behavior. No, you know, we're a militant organization, and you were in the military yourself. Did your superior officers ever speak to you like that in the military?
Hell no.
You said, hell no, right? Chale, they didn't speak to you like that. So do you think that being a militant organization, do you think that this is appropriate for the second in command of the Brown Beret National Organization, a paramilitary organization, to speak to superior officers like this?
No. When we were taught, we're not supposed to talk to them like they're your friends, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And over here, it's kind of different. Like, and they talk to you like they're your friends, which is cool. But, like, I just thought, like, there should be a line where you should just be able to talk to them, like, professionally, too, you know?
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
But when I'm in full uniform, or when I'm speaking to you about negocios, you know that I'm serious. I'm a serious guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the way that a soldado should conduct himself. A soldada should conduct herself. You know, and I expect that from everyone. It's pretty much common sense. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, this isn't the case for everyone. You know, some people se pasan, and in this case, you know, do you feel that Juanito se pasó?
Yeah.
What do you have to think about it? What do you have to say about this guy making this comment?
Well, that's like disrespectful, because especially if someone's that high up, they shouldn't even be saying comments like that.
No doubt, it's very disrespectful. And as I say to everyone, all the Chicanas, you know, to quote one of my favorite oldies, the Chicana is a backbone to every male in the barrio. And when you disrespect the Chicano, then it's just disrespect. But when you disrespect the Chicana, it's disrespect. It's like disrespecting your own mother. You said it, you know, it's very disrespectful. And you know, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for this interview.
No problem.
Now I don't take pleasure in a man's pain, but my wrath will come down like the cold